Hey, what's up? This is Gudii with a new video for hunting places for paladins. This time I'm going to show you where to do the giant spider's task. We're gonna start the video with the best spawn by far to do this task, which is in one of the tarantulas caves of Port Hope. To get here, head southeast from Port Hope, walk for about a minute until you reach the cave. Once here, just follow this path running through the tarantulas. The cave is pretty big and is actually quite popular in general. Lots of mages come here to hunt with GFB and still don't run out of a spawn while doing a full lap, so as a paladin you will be just fine if you have the spawn for yourself. There's no real difficulty and all you gotta do is hunt your way clockwise or the opposite way. It doesn't make much of a difference, but I personally prefer clockwise, aka going east from the starting point to be better as a paladin. Mostly because if you start from the west, the giant spiders in the small hole run pretty fast and you end up getting hit since there's not much room to run. The reason for this spawn being so good is the amount of giant spiders inside and plenty of space to kite without any trouble, and generally this is the best task you can do at this level since they're good in experience and profit, and the boss is also quite profitable most of the times. For supplies, I suggest to not bring too much because you need a lot of free cap to loot the gold and items, so I normally would do 800 arrows and around 20 strong mana potions with the mana leech on both weapon and helmet. This leaves me with enough cap to loot the gold and even some items like the 200 swords or the steel helmet. I do suggest picking this up before you leave, just make sure you always leave the spawn with all you can carry to maximize profit, and I personally did a lot of loot bags which can boost your profit for at least 8k per hunt. Speaking of profit, this spawn is guaranteed to make some money. Here's a screenshot of the best hunt I ever had. I couldn't even believe how lucky I got with the rares. As for the gold, it came mostly from a big loot bag I did. That's right, because even if I got lucky with the rares, I'm still greedy for profit and still make loot bags. Also, here's another screenshot of a more standard hunt to compare. Moving on, there's another alternative to hunting giant spiders. It's located in the Forbidden Lands of Port Hope, for which you require this quest to get access. But honestly, it's not even worth doing it for the giant spider spawn, because the cave is really small, you will have some downtime because of not having enough the giant spiders, and going up to the surface, there's too many massive earth elementals which are not paladin friendly due to the high physical and holy resistance. So I don't recommend coming here at all. In fact, the other alternatives such as POH or the Forbidden Islands of Goroma are also not good. In the island Malada there's enough to hunt without running out of spawn, but it's mostly due to the other creatures in there like the Quarter Scouts and the Water Elementals. But again, the Water Elementals are also not paladin friendly, and these hurt a lot without the Helm of the Deep, and bringing one will leave you without the mana leech and overall make your hunt probably just as wasteful. And in POH there's not enough giant spiders, so the only way to make this spawn decent is to go down to the Ornament Shield quest and kill the Dragon Launch there, and even then you might still need more depending on your level. So basically the only viable spawn is to hunt in the cave of Port Hope, and if it's taken then I suggest to just do another task or hunt something different, for which I recommend watching some of my other videos for alternatives of your level. And that's it for this video, I hope you liked it and see you next time. Here's the recording of my first attempt at this boss. The boss for this task is located in POH, just a little bit to the south of the temple. This one, like I said previously, is the most profitable, but it's also the hardest out of the bosses for the task of this level, so be careful when doing it. The reason why this boss is so good is because it almost always drops a piece of the night set, some spider silk, and additionally there's a good chance of getting a spool of yarn. But the best thing you can get is the sweet smelling bait, an item required to tame the Wailing Widow.